Yo, what is up, YouTube? It's Captain Marvelous, the captain of this ship. I'm here with the Brooklyn Nets MyGm series. First of its kind, not really, but basically the first of its kind. First of mine. I'm here doing the Brooklyn Nets MyGm series because I see a lot of great MyGm YouTubers out there. Shout out to Agent Zero. Shout out to Nick Smith. I talked to them. I said, yo, guys, you gotta do a MyGM for Brooklyn Nets. They literally don't have a GM. They fired their GM. You guys gotta step in the role. Unfortunately, they did not do so. So, I gotta take matters into my own hands. This is my first MyGM series that I'm doing. Very proud of it. Leave all types of comments or feedback, please, in the comment section. I implore you. But I'm getting started. You guys come along with me for the ride. If you're a fan of the Nets, especially, I'm gonna do right by the team. Or if you're just a fan of MyGm, I'm gonna try to make it as exciting and enjoyable as possible. You're gonna like it, and always, as long as you leave comments and feedback, I will be able to make it better. So, starting up on the startup screen, the difficulty superstar. I'm not gonna go Hall of Fame because we all know Hall of Fame is really cheap and cheesy, and I myself have not had NBA 2K for that long, so I'm not that good enough to deal with them cheating and cheesing and making threes from halfway across the court and things like that. So Superstar I think is where we should go for now. This is how the roster is looking, my friends. This is the roster. Be afraid. You got Brook Lopez, the old staple, great player. One-time All-Star, should be more times, but we'll see what happens. Thaddeus Young, a very decent power forward, playing really well this year. Jared Jack was doing pretty well. He got injured. Joe Johnson, the old staple as well, very solid player with a huge contract. Thomas Robinson, a bunch of guys on minimum contracts. Rondae Hollis-Jefferson, the rookie, was playing really well before he got injured, unfortunately. Bojan Bogdanovic, pretty decent player, nice shooter, does a few things for you here and there. A couple more minimum guys. Oh, I forgot to mention Andrea Bargnani, one of the worst players in basketball. You should hate him. He hates you. He's a bad player. And Chris McCullough, the other first-round draft pick of the Nets this year, who's also injured. So, I went backwards. My apologies. But yeah, so let's advance forward with the Brooklyn Nets. Choosing him as my user control team. So we gotta talk to Trent O'Brien. I don't know why they don't use the real owners' names in the series for whatever reason, but Trent O'Brien, aka Mikhail Prokhorov. Welcome to the Brooklyn Nets family, he says. Alright. At least 20 road games away from win at least 20 road games this season. That might accomplish. I'm not gonna try to promise too much. I'm not sure how I want to do things. I can promise I won't lose more than 37 games though, because we can't afford to lose that many games. I will get us another first rounder because the Nets don't have any. We all know that. That's definitely gonna be one of my priorities. So I'm gonna try to get Yeah, the roster's not gonna hit the top 15 in the league. I know that much. Sorry, but I'll try. But yeah, we all know that these series can sometimes be doing some crazy things, and you might end up trading a first-round pick and Thaddeus Young for LeBron James. But I'm not gonna be doing those things. I'm gonna be taking on this series as I am the real GM. I'm really standing in Mikhail Prokhorov's office the September of 2015, really about to take over this team. So I'm going to try to do realistic trades. Obviously, it's a video game, so it's not going to be 100% realistic. Obviously, there's personalities and things and team turmoil that gets taken into account in real life that you can't in a game. So I'm going to try to do it as best to real life as I can. So with that being said, I got to do what the owner wants, or else I'm going to get fired. So I'm going to try to do what the owner says. Okay, so I might get us around says top 15 in the league. He wants to keep average team morale above 60. I will accomplish that. I've definitely done that before. I never really usually let the team morale get too low. Huh. He's watching episode of Orange is the New Black. Yo, if you guys gonna play MyGm, please know the master, embrace the pace. This guy always has the best draft classes. When I first got the game in July or June, whenever it came out, he didn't have one up yet, so I used this guy Savage Ken. You can see a lot of people did, but now that he has Embrace the Pace has his up, everybody's using Embrace the Pace. Always go with him if one of his classes is available. So picking him. Alright, so first things first, gonna go into the team. Once again, we looked over the roster. We got some decent players, but we gotta get better than decent players. So let's make some trades. First thing first, I'm gonna try to package Sergei Karasev and this awful piece of trash, get him off of my team right now, Andrea Bargnani. Okay, so right here we can get a young point guard named Kendall Marshall. Young, cheap deal for 2 years. That'd be a pretty good deal, pretty good haul away from them. Once again, I'm gonna be trying to do realistic deals. So if somebody's gonna offer me Eric Bledsoe for Jarrett Jack straight up, I'm not gonna do that deal because in real life, the Phoenix Suns would not do that. So with that in mind, I'll be looking through these as if I'm a real owner really trying to bargain with another team. Okay, so some of these deals look good, but they're not realistic, so I'm not going to do them. But I am going to do a good deal that's realistic. Okay, what I'm seeing here are pretty awful offerings, so I'm going to try to do these guys separately then. Let me see what I can get for just Andrea Bargnani. Hollis Thompson. He's a better player than Andrea Bargnani, I can tell you that much. But yeah, let me see what else I can get here. A couple guys, you know, throwing players or whatnot. Alan Anderson, our old friend Alan Anderson. Okay, so nothing good for him. Let's look at Sergei Karasev. Nope, not giving up a first round pick. Nope, so I'll just skip right past those. Anything saying a first round pick on my side, I'm skipping right past. I'm not even going to look at it. So, I'm not really sure how I'm going to try to build the team, what type of style I want to play. That's really something I'm going to look into next year. Right now, I'm just trying to kind of put out this dumpster fire and try to get something going on with this team, make some decent trades. So that's first things first. Everything, that where I'm going to try to really build the team and really bring it into a style and contention, that's all going to have to start next year. For this year, what I need to do is to just get better players, get picks. Now, I've done MyGms before for myself often, and usually I can get a first-round pick for Jarrett Jack. Jeremy Lin is somebody who I would really like to have because he's better than Jarrett Jack, to be honest, in terms of a team play, and he's younger. But see, right here, something like this, a first-round pick, I might have to do that deal just to get the pick. See, this is a deal I obviously would make the Brooklyn Nets a lot better. I can't do this deal because in real life, the Sacramento Kings would not do this deal. So I have to keep going on. Jordan Clarkson, no. Some good offers I'm getting here, but they aren't really realistic. Okay, here's one. You know what these guys are making too much money combined though, and they're too old. Otherwise, I definitely would. A good solid player. Mirza back on the team would make a lot of people happy, and another good solid player. These guys are pretty good. Kelly Oubre, great young player. But see, you know what I realize a lot of times 2K does? They'll give you a deal, they'll give you an offer based on just based on how the salaries match up. And the salaries and the overall. They don't take into account that some players' overalls, like Kelly Oubre or Jordan Clarkson, they're low, but they're young players with a lot of potential. So the team would not trade them. But the game just sees, oh, this player is making $1 or $2 million, and they're a 70 overall. Okay, they would be a good trade for Jarrett Jack. But that's not true in real life. So, you deal with it. It's a video game. These are the type of things that you have to put up with. Okay, so, oh yes, New Orleans Pelicans, but only R6 deal. That is, woof. That's all you can say about that. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this deal right here. Mario Chalmers really nice. James Ennis is whatever. But I'm going to go with this deal right here. I'm going to get Thiago Splitter at center because he's a decent center. You know, he's a guy who could be on your team, and I'm getting the first round pick. Instead of getting, you know what, let me try something better because the Pelicans will be worse. Let me try and get something back better for Omer Asik and his awful contract. Let me try this out first, and if it don't work, I'll go back to that Atlanta Hawks pick. So, yo, YouTubers, let me know how you liking the series so far. Let me know what you guys expect, what you want. What do you guys want to see from me? I'm here to enjoy myself, but also, you know, for you guys to enjoy. So, you know, if something's not working out, if something you guys don't like, you know, let me know. See if I can just throw another pick. I need as many picks as possible. If they're gonna give me a better player than Andrea Bargnani and a second round pick for Andrea Bargnani, let me see if I can get a first round pick from them instead. Nah, they want to get Brook Lopez. That's not gonna happen. What's the problem here? Oh, because they put Eric Gordon over there. Okay. Alright, so getting that second round pick, I think is pretty fair for Andrea Bargnani and Tony Douglas. Even better than Luke Babbitt. He can play point guard. So that's going to help us out with losing Jarrett Jack. So I'm going to get a decent player. I'm going to get a pick back and a second round pick. And all I got to, well, I'm losing a second round pick. So really just getting a better player than Andrea Bargnani. Alright, so let me see what I can get from the Atlanta Hawks. My mistake. I didn't know it was this one. Oh, but it's OKC's first round pick. And I'm losing the second round pick. I need to keep as many picks as possible. So I'm gonna try to get a pick for nothing. Not if I can avoid giving up a pick, then that's what I'm gonna do. And this right here, this is a great fair deal for both sides. Because I'm imagining if the Hawks are gonna do this deal in real life, if they're planning to trade Jeff Teague or Dennis Schroeder, so they need a second point guard on the team. So, you know, that's me putting real world logic to it. I don't know if that's really what happened, but you know, it is what it is. I think that's pretty fair. They get a decent point guard in Jarrett Jack who can either start or play backup to Dennis Schroeder or Jeff Teague. And they're trying to get rid of this contract because, hey, listen, they gave him the contract, thought he'd come from the Spurs and work out. He has not worked out so well with them in Atlanta, so they're trying to move on from him. And in doing so, they're going to pick up, like I said, another point guard who can work with them because they're planning on trading one of the other ones for a bigger haul. They're going to get a good shooter who they have more faith in than Tim Hardaway Jr. because Tim Hardaway Jr. has been awful for them. So once again, this would be the Atlanta Hawks trying to clean up the mistakes that they made over the offseason of signing this guy and signing Tim Hardaway Jr. Now, yes, they're giving away a first-round pick, but they're trying to be in contention. You know, they're a great team, so they can afford to give away one pick for two players who are going to fit into their system. Who's a great shooter in Bogdanovich, who can take Tim Hardaway Jr.'s place, can take Kyle Korver's place, because Kyle Korver's getting up there in age. And, you know, Jarrett Jack, once again, just a solid point guard, and you're getting the second round pick back, you know, to give up a second round pick. So, yeah, I'm gonna do this deal. I think it's a pretty fair deal. So that's the first trade down. So I think I'm gonna end the episode here. Oh, by the way, always say, coach always handle, because it's gonna make the trust of your coach go up most of the time. It didn't do it there. It usually does. You always want to make the trust of the coach go up. And remember, you can always go into settings and just change it so the coach is not handling it anymore. You get no negative effects. So you get the positive, and then you can just go right away and change it. So Brook Lopez is a whiny baby. I know this from my other MyGms I've done with the Brooklyn Nets. Unfortunately, this is what I'm going to have to deal with. So he's not happy because he heard rumors about us trying to trade for a center, but he's going to have to suck it up, and I will try to fix that with him later. But this is going to be the end of the first episode, guys. First trade, Jarrett Jack is out of the building. We lose that Bojan Bogdanovich, and we pick up a couple of picks. And, yeah, we're going to make some more trades in the next episode. We're going to change some settings.